The Galapagos marine iguanas are the only marine lizards in the world. Captain Fitzroy of the HMS Beagle called these miniature dragons imps of darkness. Despite their ferocious appearance, they're harmless vegetarians. By learning how to swim, marine iguanas have evolved a unique lifestyle. They follow a strict daily regimen that allows them to operate at optimum body temperature. In the early morning, they turn broadside to the sun's rays to warm up. Once they've gained enough heat, they plunge into the cold water to forage for kelp and algae, using their short, blunt snouts and sharp teeth. They rarely venture far from shore, because once they become chilled, they risk total exhaustion and death. They propel themselves through the water with their long, flexible tails, while their claw-like feet are well suited to clambering around on slippery surfaces. After swimming, they crawl up on the lava rocks to repeat the cycle by warming up in the sun again. During this time, excess salt accumulated during these swims is collected in a special set of glands and spewed out from their nostrils. Sharks are the only natural enemy of the marine iguana. Since the Galapagos Islands have never been connected to the South American mainland, it is thought that all the native reptiles must have arrived on tangled rafts of vegetation riding on the Humboldt Current after being swept out to sea by swift rivers. Scientists now know that such a natural raft can make the journey in about 2 weeks. These reptiles have armor-like waterproof hides, and they can survive long periods without food and water. Once they clambered ashore, they apparently never ventured to other islands, which probably explains why neighboring Galapagos Islands have distinctly different species of reptiles today. Two Sally Lightfoot crabs face off in a territorial dispute. These brilliantly colored crabs are nimble foragers, feeding on ticks and other parasites that plague iguanas. They also serve as efficient scavengers for the rocky shorelines, feeding on dead fish, squid, and other carcasses deposited by the sea. Living alongside the primitive marine iguanas are the thoroughly modern, fun-loving sea lions. A large bull sea lion keeps a jealous eye on his harem. These successful marine mammals have an awkward lumbering gait on land, but in the water they're transformed into creatures of speed and grace. Sea lion mothers are affectionate and attentive to their pups, who grow strong on the rich diet of mother's milk until they're old enough to catch fish on their own. Young sea lions make vast playgrounds of interconnecting lagoons and submarine grottos. They are very curious about everything that occurs in their territories, and they delight in swimming with human visitors. Sea lions also enjoy body surfing on the waves that crash ashore. Sea lions like to be included in photos whenever possible. This great blue heron was not amused and warned away this inquisitive pup who was ruining his fishing. Sea lion pups also love to tease and imitate marine iguanas. Fur sea lions are smaller than the sea lions, and they prefer rocky shores with deep pools and caves. An oyster catcher hunts along the same shoreline for aquatic insects and animals by picking and probing with his long red bill. The cold ocean currents account for the presence of the Galapagos penguin, an unusual species to find in the tropics. Another unique species of bird found only in the Galapagos is the flightless cormorant, which has evolved away from flight due to the lack of predators. The absence of natural enemies has made most of the creatures of these islands fearless of humans. The saltwater mangrove is a deceptively tranquil environment. Mating sea turtles break the surface to breathe and then quickly submerge again. These aquatic reptiles spend their entire lives at sea, coming ashore only long enough to dig a hole in the sand to lay their eggs. A sea turtle's skull on the beach is a reminder that the cycle of life and death includes all creatures.